Hi everyone, Tony Hallada here with CLA Wealth Advisors at the 2020 Private Wealth Summit here in sunny and beautiful Orlando, Florida. And with me I have Craig Spencer, the CEO and founder of Arden, who's our platinum sponsor. Craig and I just finished a presentation in front of 200 of our best clients here at the event, talking about opportunity zones. So Craig, it was here about a year ago to this date that we were sitting here chatting about Op Zone, and it was all in front of us. We didn't have any final regs. We didn't have the first regs out yet. Now we've got the final regs out. And I think you and I would both agree that this thing's going to be as big as we thought it was a year ago. It took a little bit longer to get it going. Last year, I think they said there was around $6 billion of assets invested in Op Zone investments. We think this year it's going to increase dramatically due to the fact that the regs are out. There's a lot of confidence and knowledge. And I think part of the reason last year we didn't see the uptake was A, the final regs weren't out, and B, I think just a lack of education. But Craig, share your thoughts about where we were at a year ago and where we're at today, and what do you think we'll see in 2020 with Op Zone investing?
No, you're right. So last January, February, we were here and everything was prospective. The rules hadn't been written. People were wondering if it would take effect. I think we officially launched in May or June, and it was very slow. But then when we saw what happened at the end of the year when they finished the final regs, we ended up hitting $100 million by the end of the year, and most of it coming in the last 90 days. So I think people are getting educated. Firms like CLA have taken the lead on educating the population on what this legislation is about. And it's powerful, and I think it will continue to gain traction each year until 2026 when you're done raising capital and you're investing. The other thing I think is important that they really got right that we haven't seen yet. First it was, let's get capital in. Very good decision, right? Give people a reason to invest in these neighborhoods, to gentrify them, very important. Secondly, long term. You can't get in and get out. This is 10-year money, which is really important for real estate, long term. And thirdly, which we haven't even seen yet, is the corporate side, the ability to start or move a company into an opportunity zone and to generate value and not have to pay the tax on that value is extraordinary. So what they figured out, which people hadn't in the past, they wanted a real estate fix, but a real estate fix without an occupancy fix doesn't last. Right. It's short term. They've got the real estate fixed, they've got the long-term hold, and now they have the occupancy fixed. And I predict that while it started slow, I think it's going to be bigger than most people thought.
Yeah, I would agree, and I think what I saw last year, we met with a lot of big family offices last year, and those that are really sophisticated, that had a lot of understanding of real estate, had the expertise to understand the legislation, and were getting the advice from good CPAs. They were fast movers, early movers, and they got into some of the really good projects. Some of those early projects were some of the best. Now what we see is there's going to be the fast followers, I think, that are going to follow those really high quality organizations that know what they're doing, and they're going to watch them and say, okay, if they did it and they have those kind of resources and that level of sophistication and they're deploying that much capital into Op Zones, it's probably something we should look at. So I think this is going to be the biggest year, this year and next year. And I think the 5% difference of the step up in basis is going to be a rounding error for a lot of people. That doesn't really move the needle on the overall investment.
I think that's the tail wagging the dog.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Even I think powerful stuff that people don't pay attention to, you have to be a bit analytical, which you guys are. Right. A 7-year deferral on your tax is a big deal when you present value, that it probably reduces your tax by more than 50% on a present value basis. The 5% step up that people miss, not a big deal. Right. The real hit is all the gain you make, no matter what the hold up until, is it 46 or 48, 20-something years? Right. There's no tax. Right. That's the power of this. So if you hold, you could be looking at equity multiples that are 2, 3, 4 times your investment. So if you put $1 million in, you could walk away with 4. If you put 10 in, you could walk away with 40. No tax on that 30 gain.
The thing that I'm talking to a lot of people about, I'm a fixed income by background guy, and I think the big opportunity for people is the income. Everyone's looking for income right now, and the income that comes off of real estate is typically sheltered from depreciation, but because there's no step up in basis on this thing at the end when you sell it, if you hold it for 10 years, a lot of that income is going to be free of state and federal taxes that's coming off these, and some of these income streams are 7, 8, 9% yields on some of these investments. So it's a really attractive income stream. So when you look at the entire package, package. And what I tell people is, if you're skeptical of this, you've probably heard of 1031 exchanges. They've been around forever. This rhymes with 1031 exchange. You should have a lot of confidence in this. We at CLA have positioned ourselves to be one of the national leaders on this topic. We've got over 1,000 real estate operators and developers as clients. We have over $1 billion invested in real estate on behalf of our clients. We understand real estate, and we have a very large tax department and deep tax expertise. So we believe that we're positioned very uniquely in this market to help advise the marketplace on this particular topic, and that's really our value proposition. Well, our value proposition to the marketplace is we want people, whether they're an investment advisor, whether they're a family office or an investor who sold a business, or they're a developer, we want to make sure people have a good experience and they're getting proper advice. That's our real value proposition. But Craig, thank you for your sponsorship.
My pleasure.
Thanks for your support. We look forward to many, many more good times ahead, and here's to a great 2020. Thank you.
Thank you very much.